Didn't see you come in, man. Sorry about that. Come on in, yeah. Welcome back to the house that never sleeps. Well, folks, today we're going to talk about preventive maintenance on your guitar. Guitar preventive maintenance. That's what I'll call this. Probably something like that. There's a lot of little things that you can just watch and keep an eye on it and monitor it, and it'll save you a lot of headache in the long run. Now, I've showed you a lot of these tricks to the old subscribers that already know these tricks. This guitar's got a lot of dust on it. It needs played. Yeah, clean your guitar now and then. You know, get some good polish, wipe it down, buff it, rub it out good. Keep it clean, baby. I always wash my hands before I ever pick a guitar up. I showed you already many times how to check if your bridge is pulled up and your eyes are no good like mine. You old subscribers are probably tired of seeing this, but the new ones don't know, might not know it. Check your bridge, make sure it's on there and not pulled up. You can take a piece of paper with the strings up to tension and just go around everywhere on the back of that bridge. There's no need to check the front because it usually doesn't pull up, you know, on this front side. Usually that's the last place it pulls up. The first place usually are these corners or back here, and you can see this one is not moved. So that's one thing that you can monitor and watch pretty closely, and you know, get on it. If you see that thing pulling up, do something about it. Then don't wait till it pulls off or pulls your top up, makes a big belly or whatever. Guitar keys, tuning machine heads. Check those. Stick a screwdriver on there. Make sure that all of these screws are tight. Check the button keys as well. These little keys right here in your buttons, check every one of those. Make sure they're tight. Don't over tighten those. If you tighten these button keys too tight, it makes your key harder to turn. You just want it snug, not even snug, just enough to where there's no play there. If you got your strings off and you have these nuts on your pegs, check those. They work loose a lot of times, and be very careful here. If you over tighten those, you're going to crack your finish. You don't want it loose and vibrating and flopping around, making rattling noises, crap like that. You don't want that. But you do want them snug so they don't vibrate and rattle and make noise. Very important. There's a lot that goes on with those machine heads, you know, and they're used to pretty much every time you get your guitar out, you use those. And like I was talking about those Kaiser capos, if you use those, you're going to be using your tuning machines a lot. That's just something that, yeah, well, we done covered that. Feel up and down the neck. Feel for sharp fret ends, okay? Just take your fingers and run up and down the sides of the neck, sides of the frets. You should not feel any sharp fret ends in either direction. If you do feel sharp fret ends, if you don't have a file, the right kind of files, you can take a hammer. I use like a jeweler's hammer. You take one of those with the strings off, of course, and just pop that fret on the very, you know, where it's sticking out. Be very careful doing this. Maybe I shouldn't tell you that. If you're not experienced, you might not want to try it, but maybe ahead just to take a file to it. But yeah, check for sharp fret ends, and if you have any, it might be better if you decided how you took care of it. But also look at the guitar's binding. Look all around. This has got binding on the back and the front. So you want to start, I always start right here, either side along the neck. And look at it and inspect it very closely. Get in light where you can see. Look for any separations or any cracks or anything, you know, where it might be just beginning to fail or come loose. And then turn it over, do the back, start back here, go all the way around and look. Look at the top. Look at the top, corners of the top, the edge of it, all around here. And make sure there's no cracks between it and the side. Same thing with the back and sides. Look all the way around the binding, but also look around the back edges. You know, this edge I'm talking about. And go around it very carefully. I even take magnifying glasses sometimes and do this. And check for you know, any separation or any cracks or anywhere that's not sealed, because if you have an area like that and it's cracked, the elements and skin oil and this crap is going to get in there eventually. That crack is going to grow and get bigger and probably come unglued more. Check your fingerboard extension, fretboard extension. That's a paper trick I just showed you with the bridge. Run that paper all around that fretboard extension. Make sure it's glued down tight to the top. Pay close attention to your neck joint. Look at that very closely. Look at it back here at the heel, and just make sure that everything's, you know, very snug and tidy. And you know, if you see anything starting to happen, at least you know you caught it early, and you can keep a very close eye on that. So those are a few things you can just easy to do. I mean, you know, it's nothing, man. Just take 15 minutes and go over your entire guitar and check all of this crap. And you know, it might save you a headache in the very long run. If you do have binding coming loose, you know, you can fix it before it did like that Martin guitar I had. It was loose from here to here. You know, if they would have caught that earlier, I wouldn't even had to heated that and did all the crap I had to do to it. But the earlier you catch this stuff, the better. I mean, the easier it's going to be to fix, obviously. Now, bracing. It's amazing how these guitars, dreadnoughts, vibrate and are designed to vibrate. Usually if you have a loose brace or even a broken one, just take your this finger and tap it, you know, pretty roughly, don't be afraid of hurting it, and listen. You can hold the strings. It's better if you hold the strings where it doesn't you don't get any harmonics. If you got harmonics, you hear that. So if you hold them up in here where it doesn't, then you can hear the bracing better. And tap it pretty good. Don't be, like I say, don't be afraid of hurting it. I can feel this entire guitar just buzzing all over when I do that. Same thing on the back. Start up here at the top. Nine times out of 10, if you have a loose brace or a broken brace, you're going to hear it by doing this. And this sounds really good to me. There's none loose. Very good. No braces loose. I like that. But that's a good way to check it, and it's a good way to you know, check it without visually inspecting it, getting in a sound hole with an endoscope or a mirrors and light or however. So I can't think of anything right offhand, anything else. But I hope those are a few tips that will help you maybe catch things that are happening to your guitar before they get so bad and really expensive to fix. Just preventive maintenance. You know, it only takes 15 minutes. Do it, I don't know, every 3 months, once or twice every 3 months, and I think you'll be a lot happier camper. I hope these tips help you and give you some ideas, and I'll see you soon again. Cheers to you. Cue Ball. A lot of y'all been asking me about her. She's well. She's doing fine. She was shaken up from the flood, as we all were. But I promise to get you a cue ball fix. For those of you that want a cue ball fix, stay tuned. I'm going to get you one. Cheers. I'll see you very soon.